Hello and welcome to my tutorial training presentation. My name is Cordell Newton. I am a first quarter student at Everett Community College. I am a transfer student from the University of Oklahoma. I currently work part-time at UPS in Redmond. I'm a safety and production supervisor there. When I'm not working, I enjoy spending time with my dogs and exercising. Exercise has been a very important part of my life ever since I had got appendicitis in 2016. And ever since then, I've been on a fitness journey. I started out being very skinny. I was around 135 pounds at 5'11". I gained probably about 50 pounds or so over the last 5 years. And that's been a big struggle for me because food has always been a real problem. I've always been a very picky eater, or I've always had trouble with lactose intolerance and different food allergy problems. So I've learned what food works for me and how to use it appropriately to fuel my body. And so today I'm going to teach you all how to use macros, which is the basic components of your food each day, whether it be the fat, the protein, or the carbohydrates, and how you can gear each one of them to be a tool towards gaining muscle or doing whatever you want to do, whether that's fat loss or something along those lines. This isn't just something that works for bodybuilders, it's something that works for the general population as well, as calories in versus calories out is always true. You can't lose weight if you're in a surplus, can't gain weight if you're in a deficit. And so calorie counting can also be very unreliable because the sizing of things and portions is very different from portion to portion in many cases. So a lot of people rely on what's called macros, which are going to be the base numbers, protein, carbohydrates, and fats that compose each and every item or food that we consume each day. To estimate macros, you have to know your resting metabolic rate. In order to do that, you must know your lean body mass, which you can calculate by removing your fat mass from your total weight. So if you're 200 pounds, 20% body fat, that puts you at 160 pounds of lean mass. You take that number, the lean mass, and you're going to divide it by 2.205 times 30.4. I got this number from Arnold Schwarzenegger's Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. This number is used to just calculate resting metabolic rate, which is if you were to lay in bed all day, do nothing, and really not try to burn any calories in any sort of fashion. So that would be the amount of food that you would need just to stay in existence. And in order to estimate your needed calories on top of that, you would add your uh, daily exercise and whatever else you have on top of that basic metabolic rate. So if you're 160 pounds, your RMR would be 2,205. And so you would add your exercise on top of that. Say you ran or walked around all day and you're burning an additional 500 to 600 calories. You would add that number on top, and then that's going to be your calorie burn for the day. And from there, you would estimate if you want to be in surplus or deficit. Usually, a surplus is about 400 to 500 calories, and a deficit is usually about the same. It depends on the person and the tolerance to hunger pangs and things like that. So to estimate your daily protein, you would take that lean body mass we got earlier, 160, multiply it by 1.2. 1.2 is also a number I got from the encyclopedia. It's a general recommendation for increasing your muscle protein synthesis each day, 1.2 grams per pound of lean body mass. So you would have 192 grams of protein that you would need each day. And then you would take the 192 grams, multiply it by 4 calories per gram, and you're going to get 768. I roughly consume about 100 grams of fat, so I'm going to use my fat consumption as the estimate here. So you want to multiply by 9 for calories of fat. So add 100 times 9, puts us at about 1,600 calories. And then we're going to just make an estimation for carbs. So say you want 400 grams of carbs in the day. So 400 times 4 again for the calories is going to give you 1,600. That puts you at roughly 3,268 calories, which would be 1,000 more than the RMR that we calculated earlier, which sounds like a lot. However, with your daily activity levels, such as walking around or just picking up things in the house or doing laundry, whatever it is, really, you're going to be burning more calories than that basal rate. So you would add that on top, And this would actually probably be a perfect place for someone looking to gain on some lean muscle mass without packing on too much additional fat, as they would be roughly about 500 calories in excess if they were to be exercising on top of their basal rate. So this is just a general rule that can help people understand what their food is actually doing for them and what is in it as far as the breakdown of calorie or components, the protein, the fat, the carbohydrates. And I hope that you could use this in your life somehow to maybe, make smarter choices and think about what the food is actually doing and what is in it, rather than just going for what tastes good. I know that's always a challenge though. So I wish you all the best and thank you for your time.